Standings with Rwanda on top, courtesy of their 20-point win yesterday. Tunisia with a 17-point win in second place, which means that Cameroon and Guinea have it all to do after suffering defeats yesterday. And it could be quite tough for the side, or for either side here today. The defeat would mean it would be almost impossible to qualify for the next phase of this competition. I'm delighted to say that Teresa Brantlova is alongside me for this one as well and for the rest of the day. And Teresa, this is a vital game for both of these teams because they were beaten yesterday, another defeat today, and they're almost certainly going to go home.
Yeah, such a crucial day for both teams today. Only 4 teams per group. Every game counts, every game is crucial, and both teams has struggled in that game yesterday in the last quarter against both teams, Cameroon against Tunisia, Guinea against Rwanda. So both teams really would have to play 40 minutes today to try to grab that win.
Well, when we look at Cameroon first, I mean, they started really well. It was actually a really impressive opening quarter in particular, but actually they were really pushing their opponents all the way in that first day and that first game. And a little unlucky that they just kind of ran out of steam towards the end. Tunisia, they got the crowd behind them and they really produced the goods in that last 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think in that yesterday's game, there has been shown the experience of Tunisian team against Cameroon. Cameroon has really stepped into the game aggressively with the intensive game, trying to run a quick breaks, and I'm pretty sure, like we've seen it, that Tunisia has adjusted to it the last quarter, hit a couple long shots, and that's why Cameroon, because they weren't as experienced as Tunisia, that's why they were short in that end quarter of the game and lost that quarter 10-27. That's an incredible number, and Cameroon really have to avoid that weak last quarter in today's game.
Well, the same could be said for Guinea as well. They made a decent start. It was pretty close with Rwanda for much of it, and then they just got blown away. They ended up losing by 20 points, which was a real surprise. But they're going to have to be more consistent today. Yeah,
exactly what we just said about Cameroon, that applies to Guinea team as well, because they've been doing pretty well. They are led by experienced player Cedric Mansare, who is quite leader for Guinea. Scored 18 points in yesterday's game, grabbed 8 rebounds, and also averaged 3 assists in that game, which is incredible numbers for this leader of the team. And I'm really looking forward to see if he will be again able to carry Guinea on his back. But as we said, both teams really need to avoid to have such a weak last quarter of the game as they had in yesterday's games.
And just to put you on the spot a little bit, having seen both teams yesterday, if you had to pick one to come out with the result, we won't hold it against you if it's not quite the right prediction. But just based on what you saw yesterday, who do you think might just edge it today?
What I like, I probably would go with Cameroon, and the reason is quite clear, because Cameroon has a wider bench, and yesterday they proved that in that game, because bench has scored 15 points compared to 5 points of Guinea team bench. So these games, you can't really play 40 minutes with 5 players on the court, and I would definitely go with Cameroon. I really like their athleticism in that yesterday's game, and Guinea is a bit shorter than Cameroon bench-wise, so I would probably pick Cameroon.
When you saw that Cameroon team yesterday, and you saw the intensity with which they started and how impressive they were in the early phase, do you think that tiredness played a part later on? Do you think that's why Tunisia kind of started to gain momentum, or did it just take Tunisia a little while to settle into the game?
I don't really think they run out of breath. I think that Tunisia has improved and finally hit some shot as well, because if we consider that they have missed so many free throws in that yesterday's game, they missed 17 points out of free throws, and that's just an incredible number. The game could have looked differently since beginning, but I think Cameroon just really, they didn't run out of breath. It was just more experienced group in the whole team in Tunisia within the whole squad, and that's why I think they were short in that last quarter.
Well, if we just look ahead a little bit, the teams are now out on court, but a little way away from the start of the game here. So let's talk quickly about the other game from this group, and Tunisia and Rwanda both putting in good performances yesterday, as we mentioned already. It took Tunisia a little while to get going, but high expectation for them as the host nation. Do you think they are going to top this group? Can you see them now, having beaten Cameroon, taking top spot?
I'm pretty sure now that Tunisia has learned how to deal with that athleticism of the opponents, and I can see them on the top spot because they have a well-balanced team full of experiences as well, and they're playing really smart. I can see that they are led as well by Coach Mario Palma, which has experiences from big games previously with Angola. He has won 4-time titles with Angola, which is incredible. Just history of this experienced coach, so I definitely can see Tunisia be on the top of the group.
Well, it's certainly a fascinating day ahead and a vital one for these two teams. And we're going to have the national anthems in just a moment, so we'll take a quick pause in the commentary.
Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national du Cameroun. Et maintenant, l'hymne national.
So day two of AfroBasket 2017 is just a few minutes away. And a hugely important game coming up here on this court, the opening game of the day from Group C. Cameroon taking on Guinea. Two teams beaten yesterday and looking to keep their qualification hopes alive. Well, it was a terrific day of action yesterday, particularly in Group A, where both games were extremely close. Group C looked on paper to be pretty straightforward for the two sides who came out on top, but for a long time in those games it didn't look so simple. Let's have a look at the Guinea roster here, and a couple of players to make note of. Abdoulaye C made a bit of a contribution yesterday, number 5. Cedric Mansare, absolutely vital with 18 points yesterday. Ismail Condé, also one of the key players for Guinea, and Douda Condé with 15 points as well, making a vital contribution, despite the fact that his side ended up losing the game. Cameroon, well, Arnaud Moto, Adala Moto, he scored 11 points, got 9 rebounds, just missed out on a double-double yesterday. 15 points as well for Benoit Mbala, Seyoud Njoya, and Frank Yangwe also making important contributions in yesterday's defeat to the hosts.
Yeah, we see yesterday that for Cameroon, Adala Moto is definitely a key player of that team, contributing by points on the board, but he also committed 7 turnovers in yesterday's game, and I'm pretty sure he didn't like that stat because it affected a lot as well the game. He has been fouled out yesterday, so it will be important for him to manage those personal fouls. He's such a key player for that team, and it's important him to stay as long as it's possible on the court, even though he has managed to stay on the court 35 minutes in that yesterday's game. On the other side, Cedric Mansoura, he plays in France. He is half French, half Guinea. He has signed with the Fair EF club in France for this upcoming season, and this is his debut in AfroBasket 2017. But he's showing those experiences from the really quality French leagues in this tournament, and he has proved yesterday that he's a big leader of the Guinea team.
Well, there were certainly a few players who made an impression in both of these teams, despite the fact that they came out on top. Those two players that you mentioned, obviously the key players as far as this particular contest is concerned, and they will be the ones who will look to lead their team to victory here on day 2 and keep their qualification hopes alive. You've got to remember that this is so important for both of these teams if they are to have any chance of making it through. I think Guinea in particular will be particularly disappointed with that defeat yesterday to Rwanda. That was probably the game that they were targeting as that's the one we win, and then we try and get something out of one of the other 2 games. So now in reality, they've got to beat Cameroon and then possibly beat the hosts as well. So that is a big ask for Guinea. Cameroon will still feel that they can get the job done despite the defeat yesterday. Certainly some very encouraging signs in the early stages, that first quarter in particular, for Cameroon against Tunisia, and they led by 8 points. They were 20 points to 12 ahead at the end of the first quarter, and they were still ahead at half-time as well. They were 3 points clear, and they were still very much in the game at the end of the third as well before they were blown away. And we're nearly ready for the start here. Day 2 of AfroBasket 2017 is due to get underway in just a moment. Which of these 2 teams will keep their qualification hopes alive? So a very warm welcome from Tunisia on day 2 of AfroBasket 2017. Guinea against Cameroon. Both sides looking for their first win of the tournament, and the first point, or the first points of the day, go to Guinea.
Yeah, we have only mentioned Cedric Mansoura, but he has been supported as well by his teammates Ismail Konda, number 11. We just seen his contribution from under the rim. Same like with Konda Dauda. He has averaged 15 points yesterday in that game, played only 24 minutes. So it's great balance for Guinea team.
Yangwe responding for Cameroon to tie the scores. Yangwe with 6 rebounds yesterday, and 6 points as well. Cameroon's number 14. It's Ismail Konde again, and he gets another 2. As we see Usman Kamara, rather, the head coach, hoping his side can be goods today, but there's the first 3 of day 2. Nailed from long range. It gives Cameroon a 1-point advantage. Njoya now. And the 3-point attempt, no good this time, and the rebound claimed by Yangwe. Silla, number 8 for Guinea, also played a pretty key role yesterday as Konde puts another one up and almost made it 6 points in the opening couple of minutes. Couldn't quite get it to go in the end. Foul is called.
Again, we see an action now, Adalamoto. And this time it was Ismail Konda.
And Konde with 4 points already today for Guinea. First free throws of the day here as well. Cameroon making 64% of their free throws yesterday.
Yeah, we see many teams at this championship in the first game were struggling with the free throws, and we also experienced that it could be such a key element of the game, because there has been one overtime yesterday, and again, every free throw can decide the game.
Yangwe puts up another one. It's no good this time, and Silla gets it away quickly, and Dakuda Konde just took his time, very, very composed, nicely finished, and Guinea level. Njoya. Dalamoto, not this time. The foul is called. See, number 6, Yamusa Kamara, who's penalised.
We see Guinea really shares the ball really well on the court. They're trying to spread out the touches across their offense, and that gives an opportunity to everyone to be effective. They have had 15 turnovers yesterday in that first game as a team, and I'm pretty sure they will want to decrease that number in today's game. But we've just seen an unforced error.
So fairly even start here, 6 points apiece.
Yeah, that has been an offensive foul. We again have seen that arm of Cameroon's player number 14, Youngie.
Just having a look at Dakuda Konde, and such composure in that situation. Just waited for his man to commit and then just put it away easily. And he certainly looked a threat yesterday. It's another chance, and it's another 2 for Ismail Konde, who started really well.
Yeah, Ismail Konde hasn't really performed in his best ability in that yesterday game. He only had 8 points, but he grabbed 5 rebounds to assist and 4 steals. So I'm pretty sure he wants to contribute a bit more offensively as he did in that yesterday's game.
Dalamoto puts one up and doesn't get it to go. He's missed a couple in these early stages. It's stolen, or nearly stolen back there by Njoya. Silla instead finds Kone, and in to Dakuda Konde. Couldn't quite get it to go this time, and Cameroon looking to break away quickly here. Njoya comes inside, puts it up. Cameroon miss out this time, and Guinea on the move here with Silla, who lays it up, doesn't quite get it to go. Konde trying to tip it in. And the whistle has gone.
Yeah, and we've seen a bit battle under the rim now to fight for that rebound. It's important in basketball to box out first the players and then go for a rebound to avoid the player to be closer than you to the rim.
Guinea up by 2, 8 points to 6. This is Cedric Mansare.
Straight away we see a zone defense from Cameroon as well, quite early in this game.
Dakuda Konde managed to pick out Ismail Konde, but move breaking down there for Guinea. This is Bogmis, the youngster. The pass out to Adalamoto. Now Njoya to Adalamoto, who puts up a 3 and misses. Hasn't quite found his range yet. Bogmis unable to put in the follow-up, and Cameroon still can't get it to go.
Yeah, and Malik Kone doesn't like that situation, because again, to allow Cameroon to grab an offensive rebound, that's you don't want to allow athletic team to every time grab the offensive rebounds, because it gives another possession to Cameroon. And this time, number 14, Frank Yangi, has drawn the foul. Open layups on both sides in the last couple of possessions. Again, those are early minutes in this game, and I'm pretty sure all players again needs to get that feeling, that touch, and start to make these open layups, because that's quite easy points, especially when the basketball is so physical as it is at this tournament.
Doesn't quite drop at the second attempt there, so just the 1 from 2 free throws there for Yange. It's at a 1-point game for the time being. It's another foul called. We can have another look here. The decision given.
That's been a great recognition, and running through the middle of the paint by Ismail Konde. He has recognized there's an open space in there.
Silla puts up the 3, no good. And Bogmis. Felix Bogmis finding a Dalamoto. Hasn't quite found his shooting range yet. Bogmis puts one up. He can't make it go either. And Sare palming it into the path of Silla. 3-point attempt is good this time. Guinea extend their lead to 4 points.
Yeah, Abdelaziz has been performing really well in that yesterday's game. He's been such effective with his athleticism, but right now he hasn't seen that penetration behind his back. It's important for a player. You have to always see a ball and your player, because in this case, if he would have been opened by his position, here we see it was too late to go for that help. He could have avoided that penetration.
So a chance now for Mbala to go to the line. 3-point play, gets it. 1-point game here, 11-10 Guinea lead, with a little over 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Abdelaziz drawing the foul.
Yeah, again, officials are showing the consistency. Here we see that fouling, hands on the player. Yeah, that's a foul, and officials has been really consistent in it since first minute of this championship.
Abdelaziz makes the second of those free throws.
Yeah, Abdelaziz is using, again, his experiences. He's playing in France. He's only 22 years old, but that younger energy and youngest freedom on the court has been effective for Guinea.
Bogmis unable to make the layup there, but the foul has been called.
Great pump fake. And we see that Sora has been there late. When you are on the split line, you can't just wait under the rim for that penetration and just rely on to block the shots. You have to make an extra step closer towards the player who's penetrating to challenge his movement all the way to the rim.
Second one is good there from Felix Bogmis, 2 from 2. Here's Abdelaziz coming inside, kicking it out to Silla. He just had his foot out of bounds there.
That has been a great ball movement led by Abdelaziz. Penetration again, by penetration to the middle of the paint, and he had recognized well the defense traffic in there and tried to find an open teammate.
And, oh, brilliant play. Ngijol making it count. Cameroon in front now by 2. Silla finds Ismail Condé, not this time.
And now we see that Cameroon's quick breaks. They've shown us in that yesterday game.
A chance for Nkijol to go for three and nails it. Superb from Nkijol. And Cameroon extend their lead to 5 points. And the first timeout of the opening quarter. How about this for a three?
What a great 2 minutes from Cameroon. They're getting back to their game from yesterday, trying to grab that quick rebound and push the ball as quick as possible to the quick breaks. And they've been using that flat moment defensively of Guinea last 2 minutes, and they're leading by that 5 points.
Jacques, tu commences, allez. Jacques, tu vas. Voilà, pour Cédric. Hey, on est en train de relâcher encore. On est en train de relâcher. Hein? On est en train de relâcher la défense.
Here we see our game leaders and go 5 points by this 3-and-2 layup. Quick ones in the last minute. Here are the key players we mentioned before the game. Motta and Cedric Mansoure. Cedric Mansoure, he hasn't really been effective in this first quarter yet, based on his performance from yesterday. I'm pretty sure he's not happy with this first 7 minutes of this quarter. And Untitled Chapter is being quite dangerous to Guinea defense.
Yeah, Dalamoto hasn't quite made the impact in terms of scoring yet. He's missed a few attempts, but he's been a constant threat as he was yesterday on the opening day of this group as Guinea looked to respond here and try and cut that gap. Missed opportunity, a big missed opportunity there for Suare. Here's Yangwe. The foul and one.
And that means a lot for Benoit Mbawa. He has scored 15 points in that yesterday's game, and that has been the penetration reflecting that performance from yesterday.
And he was certainly the other one that stood out along with Arnaud Adalamoto. Big impression. He's missed his free throw. Guinea do reclaim possession here with number 8, Yakuba Silla. Kuda Condé. He's using his physicality and able to make the most of it that time, and the foul has been called. Pierre Essom.
Yeah, Kuda Condé has tried to play. Oh, this is the fast break now, run by Cameroon's player number 9, Cedric Essom. And that's the game of Cameroon. As I say, trying to grab that quick rebound or steal and straight away look for the opportunity to run the fast break. And Guinea is struggling now so far with the transition defense of these quick breaks.
2 from 2 for Esome.
It's important when Guinea's big players playing a post-up game, the other players spread out the floor, because the possession before we could see that Kuda Condé has tried to play backside, but there's been his teammate bringing in defense under the rim, so it's important to spread out the floor.
Here's Bogmis coming inside and kicks it out just about there. So Nkijol, Bogmis for 3, gets it.
Yeah, and again we've seen that collapse of Guinea's defense. 2 players guarding the ball. You can't be guarding the ball with 2 players, because Cameroon is good enough to share the ball and find an open player.
And this 3-point attempt from Guinea, and Cameroon are starting to really come into this now and starting to lift that intensity level again. Nkijol comes inside, floats one up, and in it goes. Nkijol. Cameroon are starting to run away with it here.
Yeah, this is way too easy. Cameroon's really finding great open spaces for either open shot or penetration. Great individual play.
Another missed 3-point attempt there from Mohamed Suare. Guinea going to have to be careful here. They're in danger of being a long way behind at the end of the first quarter. Cameroon winning the offensive rebound again, and the foul is called
And the Guinea struggle continues. Foul called on Guinea's number 7, Mohamed Bekayoua. This is that great penetration again to the middle of the paint. Most of the teams want to avoid to let offensive players to attack this space because they're just too dangerous. The player can either finish by themselves or by himself or create for his open teammates. Most of the teams usually want to really close the middle and push the players to the sidelines.
2 more for Mbala. It's a 16-point lead here for Cameroon. Guinea looking for a way through, and it's swatted away. Another break is on here for the Cameroonians to Sommet. A travelling call against the Cameroon number 9.
It has been a bit overcomplicated right now by Pierre-Cedric Sommet. He had open teammate right in a good angle on the 3-point line. He knows for sure.
Guinea with less than 30 seconds here to try and cut this gap. 10 left on the shot clock now. And Cameroon keeping them at bay for the time being. 3-point attempt is good.
That has been a big 3 right before the end of first quarter.
Much needed one for Guinea. And there's a shot on the buzzer, no good, and it means that it is a 13-point game at the end of the first quarter. Cameroon really starting to run away with things here. This 3-pointer from Guinea, much needed. Abdelaziz adding those 3 points to the tally, but they trail by 13 at the end of the first here in Tunisia. It is 28 points to 15. So a really impressive first quarter here from Cameroon. They lead by 13, 28 points racked up in that opening 10 minutes. And it was a fairly even start, but they've just been dominant really in the last 6 or 7 minutes in particular.
Yeah, I think past 4 minutes of this quarter, they have just stick to their game, what made them really good, those 3 quarters in that yesterday's game against Tunisia. They have played a great defense with filling inside space, combining zone defense with man-to-man defense, and then run a quick breaks. Also, we've seen already bench players contributing as well for Cameroon, and that's just a difference between these two teams. Cameroon has punished by 11 points the turnovers of Guinea, which is a huge number compared to 2 points punished by turnovers by Guinea. So really, that's what we said. Cameroon's game is to try to play a great defense and run a quick breaks using their athleticism.
Well, had it not been for that 3-pointer right at the end from Abdelaziz, then it really would have been a disastrous first 10 minutes for Guinea, and C swats away the attempt from Nkijol, who did get it back. Abdelaziz is single-handedly almost trying to motivate his teammates.
Yeah, it seems
good
like
bit of defense here, though.
This is a great block. Yeah, you're right. He's bringing with that youngness, the young energy on the court and trying to motivate his teammates.
Oh, how about that? Another 3. It's the youngster Bogmis again. It's Abdelaziz now for Guinea. Mansari has had a rather quiet game so far. travelling called against Guinea's key man.
Yeah, Cedric Mansour is a bit struggling with the athleticism of his guards. They don't allow him to create as much as he was creating in that yesterday's game, and that has been that travel right now called as well, because the defensive player has been in great position.
Cameroon looking to turn the screw here. They lead by 16. Ngijol finds Bogmis. Bogmis draws the foul, and it'll be 3 from the foul line. Things just going from bad to worse for Guinea at the moment.
Yeah, this is unsmart, let's say not too smart foul from Cedric Mansour, because there has been his teammate contesting that shot, and quite tough position for Bogmis.
And this is his first attempt. He's got 3, of course. Cameroon up by 16 as it stands. Bogmis already into double figures. He gets 2 out of 3.
Yeah, and he so far shoots really well. He shoots 66%. He has hit 2 threes out of 3 attempts and 6 free throws out of 7 attempts. So really great percentage for Bogmis.
Here's Mansour for Guinea. Comes inside, tries to lay it up and just hit the shot clock. And that kind of sums up the kind of day he's had so far. It's just not happening for him.
Yeah, it's really hard for experienced players when you know, you're fully aware of that you have to carry the team on your shoulders, and the opponent won't really allow you to do anything on the court, which credit to Cameroon's defense. They really now filling the space well and helping each other on rotation.
Ngijol here for Cameroon. Tries to float one up and in off the glass. Nicely done. 2 more to the tally. 20-point lead already.
And Ngijol is just really playing very smart in today's game. He's reading the floor so well, knowing exactly who is open and who's guarding himself as well.
Bounce pass here from Conde, and just wouldn't drop. Nothing is going Guinea's way at the moment. Here's Adalamoto. Ran into a little bit of trouble, but manages to put up the shot, and it's net from Adalamoto.
Cameroon is really, really now having great 6 minutes. 3 minutes, 4 minutes out of first quarter, and now there's 2 minutes of the second one. It's hard. It's hard as a team when you're trying to do your best. The ball's coming out of the rims, and on the other side, Cameroon's just hitting every shot possible.
3 attempted from C. This one doesn't go. Cameroon on the move again with Kone, and excellent work there by Dakuda Conde. Superb defensive work. C puts up a 3 and just won't fall. More frustration, a foul is called, and Guinea just can't seem to get into this.
Yeah, here we've seen again Abdullah Say trying to hit another 3 as he did by the end of the first quarter, but not successful this time.
He's missed a couple in the last minute or so. Just trying to get a little scoring run going. Nice bounce pass from Ngijol. Blaise penalised that time, though.
Cameroon has had 20 turnovers in that yesterday's game, and now we've seen 2 offensive possession of this team and 2 turnovers. They really have to protect the ball a bit more and try to create real situations, quite clear open situations, to avoid these turnovers.
Ismail Conde puts it up and in.
He has had a great beginning to the game, and we haven't really seen him past minutes of the first quarter and then beginning of the second now. Finally, good points.
That's 8 points for Condé. Matching his total from yesterday. See the foul again. Here's Condé's latest basket, moving him on to 8 points.
There has been a technical foul. Call on the coach of Cameroon, Barbosa. Don't really see a reason why they're leading by 20 points in this game. Let's see if there's going to be any clarification.
Well, Guinea at the moment will take it. They need this game to start changing course pretty quickly if they're going to stand any chance. Down by 20. Check Sekou Condé making the free throw. Here's Mansari. Pass inside. Again, just with a foot out of bounds.
Yeah, it's the second time, almost the identical situation from the first quarter when Silla stepped out of bounds. Guinea really needs to watch the space and court as well, because players usually know the court based on the lines. If you don't know where you are on the court, just read the floor. Ooh.
Called the foul again. Good work from Cameroon. Yangwe will go to the line here. Can have another look at this.
4 Guinea players on 1 Cameroon. Great pass again from Cameroon's point guard. Good read.
Yangwe making the first. And the second as well. Well, Guinea will just have to try and change things up a bit here. They've brought on Alpha Diallo at centre, wearing number 13. Haven't been able to get Cedric Mansari into the game. We've mentioned it a couple of times, but he's not left the court. But he's been almost invisible. Hasn't been allowed to express himself. And the longer that goes on, the more frustrated he'll get. And the more his team will suffer.
Yeah, that's been a great defense by Kevin and Gresse. The first 5 seconds of this offensive play of Guinea. By the end, he still has committed that foul. But we see how physical it is. If you look at into the paint and inside space, you see how players are really playing physically in there to get the best position possible. Zone defense from Cameroon.
Kone, and he just can't hold it.
Yeah, when you're under the pressure from defense, there are a couple spots on the court which you want to avoid to be at, because that pressure could trap you, could push you, and that's a sideline or any corner, because it straight away takes the direction of your hands where you can penetrate.
Mbala comes inside. A little behind the back pass to Mbala, who goes for 3. Can't quite get it to go, and Kijol has it. And this time Guinea come away. Mansari finding Ismail Condé. And here is Mansari for 3. It won't go. And there's the foul from Condé.
And that's a 4-team foul now for Guinea. 5 minutes still to go in this quarter, so every other foul committed by Guinea is going to send Cameroon on the foul line.
Well, timeout called. And more frustration for Guinea. They've only added 3 points to their total. They've fallen a further 8 points behind. And they trail by 21 as it stands, 39-18. Bogmis top scoring for Cameroon with 12.
D'accord, ici, les trois. On sait, hein, tout ce qui est là, c'est pour vous. Hein. D'accord? Toi, tu es au milieu. Toi, tu es au milieu. OK? Après, on attaque. En attaque. Hey. On s'entête pas à danser. Ce que je veux maintenant, on attaque. D'accord? Ça vient, on n'annonce pas.
Understand? This is Ben. This is Ben coming up top. That is Ben.
Not forget.
Yes.
Don't forget to continue. Don't forget continue. Screen there, screen there.
Yeah, we could see that coach Carlos Antonio Barbosa has explaining to Cameroon that they should not rush their offense. They should continue to play their play, because most of the time in basketball you won't see the open player straight after the first action on the court. You have to be patient offensively and wait for the stage of that offense when there has been mismatches created and the purpose of the set offense played. So he has said to his team, be patient and continue with the offense as we have trained it. Zone defense from Guinea right now, trying to change the rhythm.
Here come Cameroon to increase that advantage. Pierre Somme finds Ngijol at the second attempt. Mbala puts one up and draws the foul. More frustration for Cheick Sekou Konde, who is penalised this time. And we can have a look again.
Yeah, that has been a smart play from Bernard Mbala. He has recognized that the hands of defensive players are down, so he has just drawn that foul. Very experienced play from this only 22 years old player.
Barbosa making a couple of changes here for Cameroon. He's brought Bogmis back on, the top scorer so far today.
Yeah,
Only man in double digits.
and that's what coach Carlos Antonio Barbosa is good at. He's spreading minutes within his roster because he knows he's gonna need key players on the court, but Cameroon has such a wide bench, so it's comfortable for Coach Barbosa to send some bench players on the court and still keep the rhythm of the game.
This is Mansare.
Man-to-man now from Cameroon.
Mansare gets it out to Konde, who can't make the three. Cheick Sekou Konde. Here's Njoya.
2-3 zone from Guinea.
Somme. Carmen.
It's important to put the ball at least into the middle of the zone, because it's going to create you a passing lace to open teammates.
Foul is called.
It's another collapse now by Guinea, because there's been only one. As we see now, Mbala has been really isolated under the rim. 3 Guinea's players filling inside space. No way he could have played that one, and they committed a foul.
Just a load of frustration coming out here for Guinea. That lead just continues to grow for Cameroon. Mbala making the first of the free throws here. And the second as well. A huge lead. Silla here for Guinea. Ismail Konde floats one up and does get it to go. And Konde into double figures. He scored half of Guinea's points in this game.
Yeah,
10 points.
That shows that struggle of Guinea because they stop to play from the inside space pretty much. They don't combine the game in and out to make a Cameroon defense move and create some spaces to attack.
If they can put together a bit of a scoring run in the next 3.5 minutes, or just under 3.5 minutes, then could give them some encouragement ahead of the second half. Ansari here, they really need to get him into the game, but he's been outdone there by Some, who goes all the way and throws it down, uncontested.
What a pressure now from Cameroon and Guinea. 25 points difference, first half. I'm pretty sure Guinea didn't think the game's gonna go this way for them.
Well, here come Cameroon once more, and Joya, who draws the foul. Another trip to the line coming here for Cameroon. Racking up the fouls here, Guinea. Joya on the line, gets the first one. Gets the second as well, 2 from 2. And that lead is now 27 points. Ismail Condé. Oh, and it's a great bit of defense again. Some doing the business there for Cameroon. And Joya. Chance for a three for Mbala, no good. The rebound is claimed by Malik Kone. Here's Abdoulaye C. C finds Ismail Condé. Follow-up wasn't quite there. And away come Cameroon once more. Comes out to Some, quick pass, lovely play, is so unlucky. Didn't quite drop.
Whoa, what a beautiful pass from Some. Great change in the fast break from strong to weak side. Wow, such effective tool when you're able to offensively change that strong weak side in a fast break for defense, because there's no way they can cover all the players, all the transition players coming in.
Would have been the play of the day had it found its way in, as Condé adds another 2 to his personal tally. He's had a pretty decent half, really. Unfortunately, hasn't been able to rub off on his other teammates.
Yep.
There's Some for Cameroon. And travelling called.
Yeah, now we see the communication between Cameroon players talking about, look, there's no need to force this penetration into the traffic. We've been really good sharing the ball so far, so let's continue with it.
This is Ismail Condé again. Finds the Kuda Condé. And manages to hook it in.
Yeah, and here we go with that inside game of Guinea as well. We haven't seen past basically whole quarter till now. There's only Ismail Condé trying to attack that inside space, but he was quite isolated with that effort.
A little bit of encouragement here for Guinea in the closing stages of the half. So it's laid up and in for another 2, this time from Malik Kone.
It's so important for Guinea now to get as close as possible and decrease that gap in the score before they go to the changing room in the half court. Because third quarter, such an important part of the game, and it in the second half.
Come on. No look pass to Bob. And just over-committed there. Ismail Condé looking to go all the way. He's lost it. And it's picked up by Mbala, who will throw it down. Slammed home by Mbala.
What a dunk. We see the coach of Guinea, Samara, is trying to challenge officials. That has been a travel, but what a dunk.
Well, less than 10 seconds remaining. And that slam from this man, Mbala, taking Cameroon over the 50-point mark.
Because Cameroon is not in the foul troubles, they're not sending Guinea players on the foul line yet.
Not much room here. Kone. And is just about to hand it off, but it doesn't go from Dakuda Konde. And a play perhaps that summarises the first half for Guinea. Nothing is going their way at the moment. Cameroon have scored as many points in the first half here as they managed in the whole of the game yesterday. 51 points on the board already, almost twice as many as their opponents. They lead by 25 at the half-time interval. Cameroon 51, Guinea 26.
Yeah, we see that Cameroon is shooting 61% from 2 points and 40% from threes. Those are really good numbers for Cameroon, but that's coming from their great organization in the game and quick breaks they running. Rebounds, not many differences. Assists, they share ball really well. They have forced Guinea to 11 turnovers during the first half. And they, I would say, punished probably 3/4 of them minimally with those quick breaks. So Guinea really has to improve the transition defense when they do any turnover offensively. They need to be really quick to go back to defense and protect that fast break. They don't really have, or they didn't have most of the first half, a great movement offensively. Cameroon has been changing defense from a pressure to coming back to zone defense, and also loads of bench players has contributed as well. Cameroon has, here we see, scored 19 points out of 51 only after the turnovers of Guinea. So that's an incredible number. That's almost 95% of punishment of turnovers. A great number for Cameroon.
Well, Mbala has been one of the star performers for Cameroon. 15 points for him, 5 rebounds as well. Bogmis with 12 points to his name. And really the big miss for Guinea in this game has been the man who we highlighted at the start of the game, Mansari. Just not happening for him at all. He spent a lot of time on court, did come off in the second quarter, and it just doesn't look like he's quite being able to capture his best form out there today. No points, he played 17 minutes and just 1 rebound, no assists. That's really quite surprising because he put in such a complete display yesterday.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. He is 31 years old, which could be quite a fact as well, because they had game yesterday. You should be in certain shape to be able to cope with these games, but 31 years, it's some age for a basketball player, and he seems to be running out of breath a bit for me, to be honest, because the athleticism of the guards of Cameroon is really putting him under the pressure and allow him to create anything for his teammates. Yesterday he's been creating completely the game of Guinea, and today he hasn't really touched the ball so many times.
He had to do so much work, didn't he, yesterday? And that's, as you say, that's probably the factor, and maybe that little bit of tiredness as well. It's just, as you say, just starting to affect him a little bit. And unfortunately for Guinea, who, in terms of the performers who have turned up today, Ismail Konde's been the one player who's kept them, you're going to say in touch, but they're not really in touch at the moment. Almost half the number of points scored. 26 to 51 is the half-time interval. We'll be back in a few minutes for the second half. Cameroon lead Guinea by 51 points to 26. Well, welcome back to Tunisia. Day 2 of AfroBasket 2017. Our first game of the day is at the halfway stage, and Cameroon lead Guinea by 51 points to 26. Guinea made a reasonably comfortable, reasonably decent start, but just fell away in the latter part of the first quarter, and the second quarter dominated by Cameroon as well. And it means that they have almost twice as many points on the board. Cameroon with 51 points, which is the number they managed in the whole of yesterday's defeat to Tunisia. The top scorer is Mbala, who has 15 points to his name, 12 as well for Bogmis. And Teresa, it's going to be a tough second half for Guinea. They've got to produce something really special here.
It will be very important third quarter for Guinea now to show that they're able to cut that deficit in the score and get back into the game. When I see now the statistics, the huge difference is in effectivity of Cameroon in terms of drawing fouls, shooting fouls, because they have been sent on the foul line 21 times and they're shooting 81% out of that line so far, compared to only 5 attempts of Guinea. That tells us that Guinea is not really too aggressive into the penetration to the inside space or on the quick breaks when Cameroon would have to stop them maybe by committing the foul. Cameroon is playing incredibly well in terms of punishing the turnovers, 11 turnovers for Guinea, because they have been effective. They have probably, it's 95% of the attempts they have punished by points, by scoring points, which is a great number for Guinea as well. They're shooting so far 54% from field compared to 35 of Guinea, and as we said, Guinea struggles now to find their rhythm, their flow in this game. They're trying to force their shot, but they are quite unable to stop that transition offense of Cameroon, and that's what they have to really improve this third quarter, to stop those quick breaks of Cameroon.
Well, it is a 25-point deficit. Remember that both of these teams were beaten yesterday. Rwanda getting the better of Guinea. Guinea lost by 20 points in that game yesterday, 75-55. They're in danger of being beaten by an even greater scoreline at the moment, but they could still turn it around. They could still make it a much better day for them. Cameroon also need the win today because they were beaten by the host Tunisia, but certainly showed many signs, many positive signs in that first game yesterday, and even more positive signs over the first 20 minutes of action here on day 2.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I think Guinea team, all their key players needs to be on the court and try to break this game. I'm not saying if you play bad, stay on the court, but we've seen quite key players sitting on the bench the first half, and I would assume this is a do-or-die game for Guinea now to stay in that chance to progress to the next stage of this tournament, and this is the game you must win.
We're nearly ready for the start of quarter number 3 here in Tunisia. Game 1 of day 2. Cameroon 51, Guinea 26. Cameroon in the white, Guinea in the red. Cameroon with the first possession and looking to get off to a strong start and really get an even firmer grip on this second game.
Great defense from Dada Konde, staying completely still with hands up as we see now, and a big forced shot by Benoit Mbala.
Here is Duda Konde once again, and lays it up and in off the glass. Good start from Guinea. And Gijol now for Cameroon. Gets it back again. finds a summit. Bogmis. Mbala.
You see a zone defense from Guinea.
Quick hands from Cameroon. The three-point attempt from the corner, just in time, but no good. And the Guinea players here yet to concede in this third quarter, and they've got another two. And Conde again, he started the second half in fine fashion.
Yeah, that's what we were missing the first half from Guinea, that inside contribution. And Conde is now proving that he knows about it and he doesn't want to give up this game.
Conde with 4 points at the start of this second half, but there's the man that we highlighted at the start of the game, Arno Adalamoto.
Yeah, there has been a quite open space under the rim because his teammate Mbala has been open as well, almost crashed by themselves.
Here it is.
Oh, another one.
Conde again. Dauda Conde with 6 points in under 2 minutes at the start of this third quarter. That's more like it from Guinea.
Let's say, did Guinea find a weapon to use in this game to try to get back in touch to Cameroon?
And Gijol.
Now we see a very static offense from Cameroon against that zone defense of Guinea.
And Gijol puts it up, doesn't get it to go, and the foul from Dauda Conde. Conde penalised here. Can have another look. No foul there on Ngijol. It's just there from Dauda Conde.
There has been an elbow in the face of the opponent, so great spotted by official. This is the great points contribution. First 6 quick points for Guinea in this third quarter.
And they've stolen it back here as well, looking for the fast break. Bogmis will be penalised here.
Yeah, Bogmis knew that he has to stop that break of Guinea because there was no way they could cover that. There was 3 Guinea players running into the break. Great tactical foul from Bogmis. We also were speaking about how important is the beginning of third quarter, and I think Guinea really has decided in their changing room in the halftime that they really will do their best to try to get back into the game as soon as is possible. Great start from Guinea.
Ismail Conde going for the 2, no good this time. Dauda Conde unable to win the rebound and managed to win it back. Really good play from Dauda Conde.
I'm pretty sure we will see a timeout soon from Cameroon's coach Bobosa, because I don't really think Cameroon has been mentally ready into this into the third quarter. Let's see.
It can be tough when you go into half-time with such a big lead to just keep that intensity up. You feel comfortable and you feel like it's been a bit of an easy ride. It's not so difficult to switch off.
Yeah, absolutely, but still there's a 20 points difference in the score, and Cameroon doesn't have to panic. They just need to get back to their game with a great defense and running quick breaks and organize, as we've just seen, and sharing the ball on the court.
Great job with the 3. Outstanding three-pointer. Lead back up to 23, and
this is that good defense I was talking about. Cameroon needs to get back to trying to force Guinea to commit another turnover.
And Gijol finds Some now. This is Bogmis in the corner. Big figure of Dauda Conde in front of him, as Some. And it comes out to Ngijol again, the fake, he comes inside, the bounce pass just didn't quite find Frank Yange. There is Dauda Conde, trying to bully his way through.
What a performance in this third quarter by Dauda Conde. He has felt confident enough to bring the ball from backcourt to front court all the way, and no Cameroon players has stopped him all the way till he has run the foul.
It's another chance for Dauda Conde to go to the line. And 2 from 2. And he is dragging his team back into this contest as best he can here.
Yeah, we can see that Coach Barbosa is not taking time out, but he is using his bench players again to refocus in this third quarter and get back to the game offensively and defensively for Cameroon.
Mbala. Now Gijol. Little fake from Bogmis, who puts up the three, no good. Conde claims a rebound this time.
Yeah, and no intention to go grab that offensive rebound from Cameroon. So great defense by Guinea.
Ansari. Into Dauda Conde. Again, he draws the foul. Silla.
So again, zone defense now from Cameroon.
Mansare for three, no good.
He would really need that three to score.
And travelling called this time.
Yep, Adalamoto has been in a great defensive position. Don't allow now Kondo that. Yeah, we'll see now. Great defensive position.
It's the first time in this third quarter they've found a way of stopping him. Maybe an alley-oop pass thrown down by Mbala.
Wow, what a play from these two players.
Sensational from Mbala, who's been one of the standout performers today.
And look at that court vision from Robert Sangola and Dijol. Wow, what a pass and what a finish from Mbala. The zone defense hasn't really seen at all Mbala running behind it, following the baseline.
And Guinea looking to respond here. It's come to Mansare. Mansare out to Kone, who doesn't get it to go. And the decision goes Cameroon's way.
Yeah, there has been hands of Ismail Konde. This is his second personal foul. So now Guinea defense really has to watch that baseline. Don't allow anyone caught behind their back.
It's come on for Cameroon. Now in Gijol. Bogmis. Gijol once again, it was his pass that led to Mbala's spectacular dunk a few moments ago. Three-point attempt missed, but Bogmis regathering the ball. And he's kept it alive here. Gijol for three, it's good!
Wow, what a performance from this 23-year-old player. Having played 14 minutes, shooting 75%, 3 out of 4 for 2 points, 3 out of 4 from 3 points. But mostly that court vision and driving his team.
Bogmis now for Cameroon. They look to turn up the pressure on their opponents. Timeout called. Can have another look here at.
And again, we see that number 4
foul was called
from Guinea, Malik Korn, has gave up that middle court penetration, which gave Adalamoto space to create.
Well, it's certainly still going to plan for Cameroon. It was a decent start to this third quarter from Guinea. Certainly come out fighting, and Dakuda Conde in particular impressing. Cameroon are just shading it in the third quarter now by 10 points to 9. But overall, a much improved performance from Guinea.
Devant, d'accord? Tu descends, tu descends. On est en zone, hein? On est en zone. On suit. Si on a le ballon, ça court. Si on a le ballon, ça court. D'accord? Ok?
Là, on a pris trop de tirs. Ben, il faut le voir. Ben. La fin, c'est good.
I think Coach Carlos Antonio Barbosa is really managing well his players' minutes. Let's say he's really reacting on the situations of the game, because he's seen that his first five, who was stepping into that third quarter, has been fully focused and prepared to compete against Guinea. And they gave Guinea, to be honest, 3 minutes, really decent minutes for Guinea. And Coach Barbosa has started to substitute the players and replacing them with the bench players, which I would say the tempo has even increased by this move.
Foul called again.
And again, that middle court penetration. Adalamoto has been really targeting that space really well, trying to attack it and create for teammates.
There's Ngijol, who's lit up this third quarter. A superb assist and a big three as well. A chance for another three-pointer, missed this time though. Here's Silla, who puts up the three and it doesn't drop.
Great read now from Benoit Mbala. He didn't like the numbers to run a quick break. He has decided again to stop it and organize.
Ngijol fakes and comes inside, kicks it out to Adalamoto, who buries the three.
And it just shows how comfortable the players of Cameroon are. Moto has just missed the threes, hit a air ball, and straight away another shot after great combination.
Guinea trying to work it around the outside. The shot goes up and doesn't quite drop again. It was Kamara going for it that time, and quick break from Cameroon, and what a finish, a little reverse layup from Ngijol, who is really performing above himself here in this third quarter.
Wow, and another defensive great contribution from Ngijol.
Bogmis with the three, gets it! Cameroon turning on the style. Guinea in all kinds of trouble at the moment.
Yeah, we see Guinea body language right now, getting off the court to the bench for that timeout. The body language doesn't tell us pretty much that they believe they can win this game.
There's the three from Bogmis. He's made a big contribution himself as well. And there's that reverse layup from Ngijol. He's been outstanding in this third quarter. What a performance from him. He's got 17 points. A couple of rebounds and 3 assists as well. 17 points also for Mbala.
Ok. Mais là, c'est bon. Et derrière, toi, tu restes devant. Ici, donc tu changes Ismaël. Toi, tu restes devant.
The player, the Guinea, out the ball. Frank, see that go. Ball in front. Okay?
We can really tell, as you mentioned already, that Coach Barbosa just doesn't want his players to drop in their intensity level. He wants to keep them switched on. That's why he makes those changes. You know, as soon as he sees something that he doesn't like, as soon as he sees the intensity dropping, then he makes the switch.
Yeah, and it's really good because to keep that intensity, it will give you another mental advantage and a good teaching point and learning point for the future games, because they still will face one more team in this group, and most probably if they're going to progress to another phase of this tournament, they will need to keep up with this intensity, and it's their game. There's no reason why they should drop it, because that intensity creates their opportunities on the court.
It is a huge lead, a 32-point advantage for Cameroon. And it's always possible that points difference comes into it when these groups are contested. So if you can rack up the points, it's always best to do so. Cameroon surely see this as an opportunity as Bogmis puts up the three. No luck this time for the youngster.
So again, we've seen great ball movement against the defense of Guinea.
Bounce pass out to Kamara here, who comes inside and tries to float one in. Didn't quite get the trajectory right, and there's a long pass down the court. And travelling from Mbala as he went for the spectacular dunk again.
Yeah, Manuel Mbala has forgot to bounce the ball right now, and we've seen White run 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. This time, officials have spotted this travel violation.
Here come Guinea in response, but they've let the ball bounce loose, and Bogmis has picked it up.
Great recovery from Abdullah Sai.
Bogmis gets another three.
Wow.
Another of the big scorers.
What to say? Cameroon is shooting 42% from the three-point line, 63 from two-point line. It's just incredible numbers for this talented team.
Truly punishing Guinea at the moment as C tries to come inside and just stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, but you don't see quite often that the players shooting, they're stepping on the three-point line and shoot that shot while running a fast break. That just tells you how confident right now Cameroon is in this game.
A 35-point lead for Cameroon with a little over a minute to go.
Yeah, and we
in
see
this third quarter.
And we see that Guinea is back to man-to-man defense, because when you're not able to score those three-point shots, you have to go back to man-to-man.
Foul is called, and have another look at it here. This is the three from Bogmis. Beautiful.
Beautiful stop for the fast break. You've seen that all the players has dropped into the paint. So great confidence of Bogmis in today's game.
Less than a minute to go now in this third quarter, 73-37.
And what's interesting fact for from Bognis is that he hasn't taken any shot from 2 points. He only shot threes in today's game, and he's shooting 44% and hit 4 so far in this game. Oh,
It's been stolen by Cameroon. And here is Mbala, draws the foul.
you see how much Cameroon is enjoying this game. They came out with the full court pressure, with the trapping by the sidelines, and Guinea hasn't been ready for it. In this case, there must be at least one player flashing into the middle of the court, trying to give themselves, offer themselves for that pass to help his teammate to overcome that first line of pressing.
And there are 3 players who are on course to post some pretty big numbers here, and they'll want to rack up those points as quickly as possible. And Mbala is one of them. He moves on to 18 points, joining Bogmis. Ngijol 1 behind on 17. Mbala with 6 rebounds as well. And lovely steal there from Mbala.
Lovely recovery defensively. He has read that pass really well.
Here is Mbala. Thought about the 3, little fake, battling with Abdullah C. He's penalised. A chance for Mbala to add even more to his tally. This is the second, but the rebound is claimed. And Dalamoto couldn't quite stay inside the line. Guinea need to find something just to give them a bit of a lift here. Only a few seconds remaining. And the 3 goes up. It's no Conde, and that is the end of the third quarter, and it is looking like a pretty straightforward win now for Cameroon. It is a huge advantage at the end of this third quarter. They lead by 75 points to 37. So a huge lead. It's approaching the 40-point mark for Cameroon. They lead 75-37. We saw some pretty special plays in that third quarter in particular. A wonderful alley-oop pass from Nkijol. A terrific three-pointer on the fast break from Bogmis as well. Hugely entertaining. They look as though they're really enjoying themselves out there now. They can really go and just express themselves in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they can use this game for them as a training, let's say, for another game and for another stage of this tournament, because they have quite comfortable lead in this game, and Guinea is struggling to find any way how to beat this great, concentrated and disciplined performance of Cameroon. We see Cameroon has scored 29 points out of that 75, punishing Guinea's turnovers. Guinea has committed 18 turnovers so far. It's just an incredible performance right now from Cameroon. Again, we've seen third quarter 24-11. It just shows us that that first 3 minutes, let's say, of third quarter has been a bit mental reset for Cameroon, and allowing Guinea to get that a bit feeling, trying to be in the game. But Cameroon is dominating this game in every aspect today.
Mansare back on court for Guinea. Getting an early touch here, floated up, but no good. This time from Cheksekou Conde. Cameroon quick to get down the other end of the court, and there's Mbala again. Wonderful performance from him today. Up goes the two, which is missed, but the foul is called, and it goes Cameroon's way. A 40-point lead after their defeat yesterday to the hosts.
So now Guinea's trying to play a full good man-to-man. Trying to change the rhythm defensively a bit and challenge Cameroon, but Cameroon has been excellent today, reading the game on the court.
Here's Adalamoto. Puts up the three from long range. Nothing but nylon from Adalamoto.
What a three again from this player who just finished his NCAA at a college life in Towson University. Wow.
Super three-pointer from Adalamoto. This is Mbala. It's a three.
Cameroon, whatever they touch, it's successful in this game so far for them. And Guinea really needs to try to change the game defensively, because they're allowing Cameroon to score way too many points. 83 points within 3 quarters is an incredible number offensively from Cameroon. It shows us Guinea doesn't play any good defense.
That was the three from Adalamoto.
Zone playing by Cameroon again.
Mansare did well to keep that alive. Guinea's still looking for a way through here as C goes for the three. And this time Mansare can't keep it going.
Yep, Benoit Mbala, great box out of Cedric Mansara.
There's a bit of a collision with the advertising boards here, but Mbala seems to be okay. He has just gone off the court, but no sign of any damage, but they won't want to take any risks because he's been absolutely outstanding today.
There has been a sign now of Guinea trying to play that man-to-man defense, but without no aggression, without no intensity, so that must be different if they want to succeed and put Cameroon under the pressure.
Mansari. It's Abdelaziz, and this is Condé. Comes back in for Dauda Condé, nicely finished. He's been the one player really for Guinea who has put in a decent performance today, or a good performance today.
Yeah, has been a great week from his teammate Mohamed Soare. He has recognized his teammate wide open under the rim. It didn't happen many times in this game because Cameroon plays great defense.
That's another two. It's Soare this time who claims the points for himself. Floated shot, not quite good enough. They still have it here, Cameroon. And as Some goes for the three, it's not good, but they still could come away with something here.
Yeah, they're still not able to box Cameroon out and trying to grab that defensive rebound. They gave Cameroon 3 offensive possessions right now.
Got away with it this time. As C goes all alone! Oh my word!
Wow, what a great attack from this young player, Abdelaziz, 22 years playing in the French league. He doesn't like this score, and we can see it. It's just unfortunate that it's maybe 2 players on the court, him and Condé, who has refused now to have this score.
Here come Guinea again. Kone puts it up, doesn't get it to go. C is underneath it, but he can't hold it either. Abdelaziz has had some good moments in the game. Early on, he was trying to lift his teammates. It's been a tough day for Guinea so far. Little kick out there from C. And we can have another look at a couple of decent moments in the game. This was the dunk from Abdelaziz, the two-hander. Dalamoto. Joya.
Now there's been a misunderstanding between 2 Cameroon players.
And Soare draws the foul. Defensive work at the other end by Dauda Condé again.
And we've seen a couple of quick breaks now from Guinea. This is one of them, the last one, and Soare has drawn that foul. I don't really see a reason why they didn't aim and wanted to play these quick breaks at the beginning of this game as well, because they've been quite effective with it, playing great defense and trying to overcome Cameroon's defense quickly to the fast breaks.
Well, the timeout called with a 40-point gap here, 83 to 43. Cameroon still not letting up. They want to push on and make this an even more impressive win.
I play for 2 points. No.
On peut les renverser. Des situations de tir. Allez.
Coach Barbosa has been pointing that score that they're leading by 40 points, and he wants them still to play like the game is by 2 points. He wants still Cameroon to stay in that rhythm for the stage of this tournament. Because if you let now drop your performance, it will be harder to get back again to your obvious standards in the next game. And it's really smartly we're pointing out that he wants his players to still play full intensity and full speed, no matter what the score is.
Well, their next game is a must-win one as well. They take on Rwanda tomorrow, and they're more than likely going to have to win that to. Well, they will have to try. They will have to win that to progress. So you'll want to keep that same mentality. You won't want them just to coast here in the final 5 minutes. And certainly no sign of them letting up in this contest so far. A scramble for possession. It's won by Mansare, but his pass goes astray. You have to feel a bit for Cedric Mansare because it just hasn't happened for him.
No, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be one of his best games to remember today, because Cameroon does an excellent job and did an excellent job at the beginning of the game to keep him out of the game. Whoa!
There's another big shot. Dalamoto starting to impress here as well. Had a slightly quiet start to the game, Dalamoto, but he's certainly come to the party late on.
Yeah, he had a quiet beginning of the game because his teammates have been performing really well. Daniel Mbala, also Robert Sengola and Guijot. And we can't forget Bokmis and his great performance today from the arc. So it wasn't really needed for him to step up. And now, when these players are not really hitting their shots, that's the time for him to shine.
So it goes up from Kone, no good this time. Looking to keep it moving quickly here, and Number Diang unable to get that to go. Here is Dauda Kone, looking around for options there. Did manage to pick out Kone in the end, who goes up and puts it in off the glass and draws the foul.
Great attack from Malik Kone. He knows there's no time now to hesitate. He has to take it when the line is there.
They have shown moments where they have been extremely effective, as you mentioned, on the fast break in particular. They've caused Cameroon a few problems, but it's just not been consistent enough, really, and they're 40 points down.
Yeah, I think they have the best transition offense of whole game in this quarter, Guinea, because they're aiming really. It's coming from that great defense they have improved in this quarter, which allows them to run these quick breaks, and they're taking them, and it's been working so far in this quarter because Guinea is only 2 points difference in this quarter to Cameroon, 11-9 so far. So really they should have played this type of game since the first minute of the game.
Chance for another three. Soare claims the rebound, looks for the quick long pass to Kamara, but it didn't reach him.
Yeah, Soma has recovered really well. He knows now that Guinea is aiming to run these quick breaks, so great recovery defensively.
One back by Abdoulaye C. Finds Soare, and C with the follow, and he's drawn the foul. Have another look here. See, following up well, just couldn't quite get it to go. Does draw the foul though, so he will go to the line. Can't get the second one to go, and Some claiming the rebound for Cameroon. Some has it again here.
And we've spoken about that both teams had such a weak last quarter of the game in those yesterday's games, and we can see that the performance against is dropping from Cameroon.
Great follow by Nkwese to put it away. Draws big cheers from the Cameroon bench. Njoya. tempted by the three-point attempt there.
He knows that they don't have to rush their offense. It's better to prepare it.
He puts in the long two instead. 90 on the board now for Cameroon.
Great beat from Njoya.
It's Diallo for Guinea. Ahmed Souare. He does draw the foul. Of Kome. Not so happy with the decision.
Yep, he hasn't been still in his stance. That's a foul. This was the individual action of Njoya, member of first five for Cameroon. He didn't like the numbers before, so he has prepared this individual offense for him.
Guinea looking to get themselves up to the 50-point mark, which they have done.
Yeah, Cameroon is on the foul troubles already, committed more than 5 team fouls, so personal fouls. So that means that Guinea is going to be on the foul line for any other personal foul committed from Cameroon.
Here's Njoya. Some gets it back again, puts up the three and draws the foul. So 3 from the foul line for Pierre Some.
Yeah, if as a defender you step into the space of the shooter who's landing down, that is always called as a foul. And Some has landed, as we now see, on the feet of Guinea player Malik Kone.
Cameroon's target perhaps might be to try and get to the 100-point mark. Still got a little under 2 minutes to go. Makes just one of those 3 free throws. Kone looking to go all the way himself.
And it has been a bit lazy defense right now from South Njoya, because he has allowed Malik Kone just to easily penetrate around him. So he has just put his here out of hands, trying to reach the ball. That's a personal foul. So again, foul line shots.
First one's good from Malik Kone. And so is the second one. It was a 20-point defeat for Guinea yesterday. Currently down by 39. Defeat here would mean that they will not be able to progress to the quarter-final stage, with Cameroon and Rwanda playing each other on the final day, as the 2 is good from Nuese again. Scramble for the ball. It just gets a little bit heated. Bashir Diallo and Amba Diang clashing a little bit here.
I think it's a bit frustration now from number 15 right now from Guinea, Bella Diallo.
Difficult day for Guinea. The officials have managed to smooth things over. And Coach Barbosa is still demanding everything from his team. He wants this performance to be as good as it possibly can be.
And we still see that tension between these 2 players of Guinea, Diallo and Afia Amjang. Diallo has offered a hand just to say, yeah, it's all right, but FIFA Ambanjang has refused. Obviously, that has been a huge hit from Diallo into his face. So Jambo means possession for Cameroon.
Let's enjoy it. Can they get up to that 100-point mark, Cameroon? Home comes inside, kicks it out. Good hands by Some, and Joya unable to hold it. Some does come away with it though, and they just run out of time. Home was looking to take the three-point attempt and wasn't able to in the end.
Yeah, I suppose great defense from Guinea now, even though they have again lost the ball in that aim to run that quick break, but no one had that possession, so that's why it hasn't been reset, it's shot clock.
Bounce pass inside is a good one, and nice finish too from Yamusa Kamara.
It's been a great read from Diallo. He has seen that Cameroon defenders just collapse on him and open up his teammate.
6-second differential between the shot and game clock here. Time almost up. Cameroon look to strike another killer blow from Some, who makes the three. 96 on the board for Cameroon, another three-pointer.
And we have just seen a great sharing of the ball again from FIBA. He knew that he's not the best three-point shooter, and he shared the ball to give his teammate the chance to score those threes.
Well, it's the last act of what has been a rather one-sided contest in the end. Cameroon dominant from very early on. This was the closing moment, the three-pointer from Some, which wrapped up an impressive win. 42 points the difference, and Guinea have been eliminated. They do have one more game to play against the hosts, but in terms of their progression, it will not count for anything because they cannot claim second spot in the group. Cameroon need a win on the final day of the group stages to progress. They've beaten Guinea here to claim their first win of the competition by 96 points to 54.
Yeah, Cameroon has forced Guinea to commit 21 turnovers. They have out-rebounded them by 5 rebounds. Cameroon has been excellent, effective on punishing those turnovers in today's game, so that could be great scouting point for future teams who's going to face Cameroon. The athleticism has been dominant for Cameroon. They played a great defense, but what could be a bit alarming for them for the future games is that again, that last quarter they allow Guinea to come back to the game, and that could be a decisive element when they facing maybe a tougher teams in the further stage of this tournament or tomorrow in the last game of the group.
Well, Guinea actually started really promisingly yesterday and looked as though they might really push Rwanda all the way. They weren't able to do that. They've been beaten very heavily today. It's been a disappointing couple of days for them. Not huge expectations on them coming into this tournament. They're one of the two wild cards, with Rwanda being the other, of course. But we should highlight some of the individual performers for Cameroon, and there's quite a few of them, in all honesty. I suppose we should start with Mbala, 24 points, 6 rebounds and an assist. He actually only played a fraction under 26 minutes, so he could have had even bigger numbers, so that's really impressive.
Yeah, and that again shows us how good Coach Barbosa is managing his players, because all the 3 biggest players in this game have played around 25-20 minutes. That tells us that he saved his breath for that tomorrow's important games as well. Another great performance from Songola and Ninjo. 17 points, effectiveness 20. He has had 3 assists, 2 rebounds, but has shot the ball 77%. Another one, Adala Moto, a leader of this team, just coming out of the college, stepping into the senior basketball. 12 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, shooting 40%, spend on the court 25%. I think Cameroon again has showed us great teamwork and great team performance in today's game.
Yeah, and Bogmis as well, 18 points. And he didn't take a single 2-point shot during the game. 4 three-pointers for him and 6 from 7 from the free throw line. Excellent display and really a good all-round team performance from Cameroon. And they showed great energy levels and kept it up for the vast majority of the contest. And they have claimed their first win, and they have a great chance now of going through. They will battle it out for Rwanda, possibly directly for that second spot. It does depend on how Rwanda get on today against the host Tunisia, but it could well be that it is a game apiece going into that one. Cameroon win this one comfortably.